What's up, fight fans? Welcome back to the channel for another action-packed UFC prediction video. This time we're breaking down UFC 315 Muhammad versus Della Maddalena, a card loaded with title fights, comeback stories, and future contenders. Man, I am so pumped for this one. You got killers up and down the card, hungry up-and-comers, and some real veterans of the sport. This is how you know it's going to be a good night of fights. Let's dive in and see if we can cook up a winning ticket. Alright, fight fans, let's dive into this main event. It's a 5-round battle for the welterweight title. Belal Muhammad versus Della Maddalena. You know Belal. The guy is a relentless pressure machine. His gas tank is something else, man. He'll push you, grind you, wear you down, and then look for the finish late. And his wrestling, dude is a blanket. Good luck getting back to your feet if he takes you down, but hold on because Della Maddalena is no joke. This dude is a straight-up killer, undefeated, and his striking is just beautiful to watch. Crisp boxing, nasty leg kicks, and he's got that Aussie toughness in him, man. He's shown some serious takedown defense lately too. This is a classic clash of styles, the grinder versus the sniper. Can Belal drag JDM into deep waters and drown him? Or will Della Maddalena keep it standing and light him up? Man, it's a tough one to call. I'm leaning towards Della Maddalena by decision. I think his length and accuracy will be the difference. But don't be surprised if Belal finds a way to grind out a win. This one could go either way. The co-main event is going to be epic. We have the queen, Valentina Shevchenko, defending her flyweight title against the formidable Manon Fiorot. Fioro is the real deal. She's undefeated in the UFC, packs serious power in her hands, and her kicks are lethal. This is Shevchenko's toughest challenge yet. But Valentina Bullet Shevchenko is on another level. Her experience, fight IQ, and technique are masterful. She can dominate in striking, grappling, and clinch work. She's a complete fighter. This will be a tactical chess match. Fioro needs to keep it standing and land something big early. Shevchenko will use her experience to break Fioro down and possibly look for a late finish. I'm picking Shevchenko by decision. She's too seasoned and well-rounded for Fioro. But Fioro has the power to end it with one shot, so don't count her out. Let's dive into the return of a legend. Jose Aldo is back. He's up against Aiemann Zahabi, and Aldo is determined to show he's still got it. Zahabi is no pushover, but he's facing one of the greatest featherweights ever. Aldo's leg kicks are legendary. They're absolutely brutal, and his boxing is razor sharp. Plus, his takedown defense is top-notch. Zahabi will need to be flawless to pull off an upset. Aldo's experience could be the key factor here. He's faced the best of the best, and I believe he'll deliver a classic performance. I'm picking Aldo by decision. He's still got it. Get ready for a banger in the women's flyweight division. Grasso is going to war with Natalia Silva, and I am pumped for this one. Grasso is a beast, man. She's well-rounded, she hits hard, and she's always down to scrap. But Natalia Silva is on fire right now. She's looked incredible in her UFC run and her striking is just nasty. This is a tough one to call, man. Grasso is the more experienced fighter, but Silva has that momentum and that killer instinct right now. I think this one comes down to who can implement their game plan better. If Grasso can pressure Silva, maybe get her against the cage, she can control the fight. But if Silva can keep it at range and use her movement, she can light Grasso up. I'm leaning towards Natalia Silva by decision in this one. I think her speed and her creativity on the feet will be the difference. But don't count Grasso out. She's a warrior, and she's always dangerous. Benoit Saint Denis is back, baby. This dude is a problem. He's facing Kyle Preple, who's stepping in on short notice, and I gotta be honest, this is a tough matchup for Preple. Saint Denis is a finisher, man. He's got that killer instinct, and he's always looking for the finish. Preple is tough, and he's got nothing to lose, but Saint Denis is on another level right now. I think he's gonna come out guns blazing and try to end this one early. He's got that aura about him, man. Like he's gonna run through whoever's in front of him. I'm picking Saint Denis by first-round knockout. I think he's gonna overwhelm Preple with his pressure and his power. This is St. Denis's time to shine. Alright, fight fans, we got ourselves a Canadian showdown. Mike Mallet is going toe-to-toe with Charles Radkkey, and this is going to be a good one. Mallet is a beast, man. He's got that slick submission game, but he can also crack you with those hands. Radkkey is tough as nails, but he's got his work cut out for him here. Mallet is the more technical fighter, and I think he's going to want to dictate the pace of this fight. If he can keep it standing and pick his shots, he can definitely knock Radkkey out. But if it goes to the ground, that's where Mallet can really shine. I'm picking Mallet by submission in the second round. I think he's going to be too much for Radkkey on the ground, and I see him locking in a fight-ending choke. Let's dive into the intriguing matchup in the women's strawweight division. Jessica Andrade is a powerhouse in the octagon. She hits like a freight train and loves to brawl. Jasmine Jasudavicius, on the other hand, is a more technical fighter. But can she withstand Andrade's raw power? This is a quintessential battle of power versus technique. Andrade will aim to turn this into a brawl. She'll look to get inside, unleash her bombs, and try to finish Jasudavicius early. Jasudavicius will need to rely on her footwork and movement to keep Andrade at a distance. My prediction? Andrade by knockout in the second round. I believe her power will be too overwhelming for Jasudavicius. One of those bombs will land and it'll be lights out. Buckle up, fight fans, because this one has the potential to be absolute chaos. Modestas Bukowskas is facing off against Ion Cutaba, and these dudes are known for bringing the fireworks. Cutaba is an animal in the first round. He comes out like a bat out of hell, throwing bombs from the opening bell, but he's known to gas out. Bukowskas is the more patient fighter, and he's got the power to put Cutaba away. This is a fight that could go either way. If Cutaba can catch Bukowskas early, it's over. But if Bukowskas can weather the storm, I think he can take over in the later rounds. I'm going with Bukowskas by TKO in the third round. I think he's going to weather the early storm, and then he's going to start to break Cutaba down. Keep an eye on this kid, fight fans, because he's the future of the lightweight division. Navajo Sterling is an absolute stud. He's got it all: speed, power, technique, and a killer instinct. He's facing a tough test in Ivan Erlin, but I think Sterling is ready for the big show. Erlin is a durable fighter and he's got some pop in his hands, but I think Sterling is on another level. He's too fast, too sharp, and too hungry. I think he's going to put on a show and get the finish. I'm picking Sterling by TKO in the second round. I think he's going to overwhelm Erlin with his speed and his power. Remember the name, fight fans, because Navajo Sterling is the real deal. Hold on to your hats, fight fans, because this one is going to be a brawl. Marc-Andre Bario and Claudio Silva are two fighters who love to stand and trade punches. This is going to be a phone booth fight. Bario is a relentless pressure fighter. He'll walk forward, throw bombs, and aim to take Silva's head off. Silva, on the other hand, is a counter-striker. Silva will try to make Bario miss and then make him pay. This fight will come down to who wants it more. Bario is the younger, fresher fighter, and I believe his output will be too much for Silva. I'm picking Bario to win by unanimous decision. I think he'll outwork Silva and secure a hard-fought decision victory. Get ready for some fireworks, fight fans, because Daniel Santos is bringing the chaos. This dude is a wild man. He's got that crazy power, he's relentless, and he's always looking for the finish. He's facing a tough test in Zhongyong Lee, but I think Santos is going to be too much for him. Lee is a solid fighter, but he's never faced anyone like Santos. Santos is going to pressure him, he's going to try to take him down, and he's going to look for the finish from every position. I'm picking Santos by TKO in the second round. I think his pressure and his power are going to be too much for Lee. This is going to be a fun one to watch. We're wrapping up the prelims with a thrilling matchup in the bantamweight division. Brad Katona is a seasoned veteran. He's fought some of the best in the world and he's always ready to scrap. He's facing a young, hungry lion in Bekzat Almakhan, who's eager to make a name for himself. Almakhan is a talented fighter, but he's still green. Katona is going to have the experience advantage, and I think he's going to use it to his benefit. He's going to try to slow Almakhan down, grind him out, and break him. I'm picking Katona by unanimous decision. I think he's going to be too much for Almakhan. He's going to use his experience and his grit to secure the win. That's a wrap for UFC 315 predictions. Man, what a card, right? We got title fights, legends, killers, and up-and-comers. This is going to be an absolute war. If you're tailing these picks, hit the like button. If you're fading them, drop your picks in the comments. Let me know who you got. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss our recap show, post-fight reactions, and future previews. We'll break it all down for you folks. Thanks for watching. Bet smart, win big, and enjoy the fights. Let's make some money.